Well, they weren't lying. Definitely have an issue here. So, this is our can lines on this 2011 Chevy Express Duramax. So, as you can see there, just at a quick glance, see just how ugly that really is. On here, and you'll have to apologize here for being so dark out, but maybe that'll help with the screen. But we have we're going from about our 2.5 up to almost 4 volts on there. But if we look at our low side, we are going from 2.5 down to 1.5, and even further than that, almost all the way down to a volt. So this is a really ugly signal, and I'm going to put that live, and I'm going to show you what I saw. Again, I apologize. Crawling underneath here, but I took a look up here and I noticed new fresh spray paint. Not ultra fresh, not done yesterday kind of spray paint, but definitely, without a doubt, you can look over there by the top of the bell housing. You can see this transmission's been tinkered with. So before I go too crazy, I always do my quick little visual, and in seeing that, I looked up even higher. Oh, excuse me. And I'll try to do this and give you guys some light. Ivan's the king of crawling upside down and getting this just right. I don't know how he does it. But this connector that's just laying here, it's not mounted onto the frame like it should be, goes up. Let's see, can I get that in there? Yeah, kind of. Not exactly. Alright, so the harness comes up and goes over the top of the transmission. Where it comes over the top of the transmission, when I play with it just right, and I'll try to get this for you on video because it's kind of hard to do it, but if I disturb that line just right over the top of the trans, you'll see that the line will go back to being good data again. And I may have tinkered with it a little bit too much now. Yep, probably did. Anyhow, what I can do though, just to show you, is if I disconnect that line going across, there we are. With that disconnected, you can see that nice clean cam waveform again. Voltages will be slightly higher because we've lost one of the resistors in the network, but we don't need to have that there. That's just there for noise canceling. But this is what we have, a nice clean signal again. That sub harness that goes up over the top, I'll have to drop it down off the top of the transmission, which it feels like it's kind of, I don't want to say stuck up there, but it might be in one retainer at least. But the complaint with this one was that after they would go over bumps for a while of driving around, there we go. After they would drive around for a while and hit some bumps, they would get all the lights would come up on the dashboard, it would chime, it would make dinging sounds, it would do all that good stuff. So, of course, this was the very first thing I started looking at. So all the communication codes in there, don't even ask me for them, it was every module set a communication code of some type. The ABS module underneath this thing, just as well, is also pretty much rotting right through the case. So I'm going to make note of that, let them know that there's actually, an imminent failure of the ABS module. And let them take it from there, but we'll have to get this harness down and repair the top of that harness. And also, let's see, can I show that to you? Yeah, let me get over there. Even though they did this transmission, let me jump out and go around. I'll also show you one more thing to look for if you own one of these, or pretty much any GM product that has a transmission control module built in to your valve body. I can't turn it, which would be a lot easier, but on here there's a lever, which I can't really get back there to show you guys. I'm just going to do this for you. You can kind of see where my thumb is. There's a lever in here that if you slide it up, that disengages the trans control module. Now, if you can see, even though we're in the dark here, if you can see the sweat that's on there, that is not dielectric or anything else. That is transmission fluid. I already wiped it off the first time there and took a sniff of it, but it is training fluid. There is a bushing seal that stays inside the transmission that they're going to have to replace. as well before that starts causing another problem. But that's basically all it is. You know, sometimes just looking and doing a quick visual is really all you need. I know Dan did one of those, so here we are. Like I said, I start seeing that spray paint down there, and I'm saying to myself, well, it wasn't just on the pan, it was also on the bell housing, so something here has been done, and that's the first places I always want to look. In this case here, I got lucky. Alright, well, thanks again for coming along. Sorry I'm upside down and probably twisting my neck over here because not a lot of clearance underneath here. Have a good night.